Do you know anything about what happened with Ember?
I haven't heard much more than the rumors, though an idiot Elgut claims to have been there. Even fought the attackers, he says. Ha!
Really? Tell me about this, Elgut.
Portlas resident beggar. He's always boasting of the deeds done and the dragon slain. Mind you, no one has ever seen him do anything but talk. Man can't handle a butter knife, much less the stout blade. I took pity and tried to teach him a few tricks, but he was hopeless.
A beggar, eh? Beware of men telling wild tales. If lies and repeated enough times, people believe them. We may wish to find this Elgut and make sure he's not telling stories about Ember. Let me switch you out for sale quickly, see if there's anything different than your special wares. But we will come back and look at your wares later. We need to find this individual and ensure he's not causing problems. Four guards outside the door. You there, stop right where you are. What's the problem? Or is there a problem? The problem is that you massacred the people of Ember, and we don't let murderers loose in Port Last. I've only been accused of the crime. Nothing has been proven. We know you were at Ember during the massacre. That's proof enough for us. How do you know that? Have you been talking with Elaine? That's right. She told us all about you and what you did. Oh, I know Elaine believes it was me, but she is mistaken. You'll forgive us if we don't believe a word's coming from your mouth. We're going to arrest you for disturbance of the peace. You're going to become violent and regretfully will be forced to kill you. Your guards are charged with protecting Port Last, correct? An honorable position, if I'm not mistaken. You're right, it is. What's your point? So, is it also your duty to mete out justice whenever you feel like it? What does it matter? Ember needs justice. My guilt or innocence will be determined at my trial. Not here, and not by you. Alright, you can go. Don't think we won't be watching you, though. Oh, I know you will. I've already been told that numerous times.
Hey. Welcome to the Alliance Arms. What can I help you with?
Can you tell me anything about what happened to Ember?
I can tell you plenty, but whether any of it's truth, well, that remains to be seen.
I see. Well, could you tell me what you do know?
Take this rumor for a start. Some folks say it was Beast of the Duskwood, savaged Ember, ravaged for disrupting their nests or some such. Frankly, I'm not inclined that believe that one. Port Lost has had a bit of werewolf problem not too long ago. Wouldn't surprise me if there's more of them hanging about.
Go on.
There was this Luskin woman sniffing around a while back. According to her, some adventurer strolled into town and slaughtered everyone just for chuckles. Nothing but lies come out of Luskan lips, so you can ignore that one. That's just my opinion.
I see. I'd like to know this Luskan woman you spoke of, but is there anything else?
There's Elgun, one of my regulars. He claims he was there, saw the whole thing. I wouldn't exactly call him a liar, but he's always talking about his adventures, which conveniently happen when no one else is around.
I see. Alright, well, farewell, thank you. Where can I find Elgin?
Head on over to the common room. He's probably telling stories for the 100th time.
I had just lined up my arrow on the deer when I heard a growl. I turned and there was the biggest, blackest wolf I'd ever seen coming right at me. Lucky for me, I had my enchanted dagger with me. With its jaws only inches from my throat, I lunged, and with quick twists of the blade, I cut out the beast's heart.
Oh.
It was a bit tired after all the fun in the Duskwood, so I decided to head to Ember to rest up. That's when I smelt the smoke. I ran there as quickly as I could, and what did I see? The village in flames, defenseless people being slaughtered by a cruel and evil man. There were dozens of attackers, heavily armed, aided by foul creatures, demons I think.
So what did you do?
The only thing I could do, I attacked. I cut down 2 of them before they knew what I was there, but the others, seeing what a threat I was, ganged up on me. I slew several before one of them snuck up from behind and knocked me unconscious. The enemy must have thought me dead because when I woke they were gone.
Yet hardly a scratch on him. A tale well worth its weight in words, no doubt. And, what of Ember?
Sadly, I was too late. Everyone was dead. There was little more I could do, so I returned to Port Last.
At least you tried, Elgun. This man is clearly a fool, but it is his audience that concerns me. Such tales could be used against us. We should question Elgun and see if the facts of his tale.
I haven't seen you around before, just passing through.
You know, I spoke with a survivor of Ember, and I heard that there was only a dozen or so attackers and nothing about demons.
A survivor? Well, that's good news. With all the smoke, I'm sure I could have mistaken Tricky on the eyes and all that. Now, if you excuse me.
Hard just said that you can barely handle a blade, and yet you managed to kill many of these attackers?
What? He's wrong. I don't need his training. I learned to fight somewhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Farewell for now. He's a slippery one. Let's ask around town and see if anyone can help us shed some light on his more flamboyant statements. Okay, there's 2 more people here we want to speak with. Ah, Maylene. Still playing Girl of the Wood?
Bishop.
I was wondering when you'd drag your sorry carcass back to Port Last.
You waited for me? I'm touched. Then again, it's not like you could have tracked me down if you wanted to.
I take it you two know each other.
You could say that. Liking him is another matter, however. This half-elf slip of a girl is here nearly got me and herself killed several times. Over while scouting in Luskan border. Patient and competent, these things get scouts killed. That's the trouble when you're not fully an elf and not fully human. It's like you're always got something to prove.
Well, there's no need to be insulting.
An insult isn't an insult if it's simple fact, or perhaps she's heard enough of the truth for one day.
So, what's your business in Port Last? I'm interested in the murders of Ember.
What, to investigate?
The village is destroyed and everyone is dead. Could have been brigands, gods, or who knows what else. But the Lord's justice won't bring those villagers back to life.
I see. Do you know anything? How do you know Bishop? Oh, this should be rich. Go on, Melee. Tell him all.
Not while he's here. I can barely stomach the smell of as it is. If you want to know, ask me when he's not around.
Alright, well, I guess we'll have to do that then.
I'm investigating the murders of Ember.
Okay, is there anything you can tell me about this place?
Depends on what you mean. I don't know much about Port Last, but I could bend your ear for hours of the land betwixt here and Luskan border. Mostly it's trackless forest, though they say the wood has magic properties. I don't cut down trees, not when there's dryads and worse lurking about. The only place of note is the Duskwood, a grove, but it's gone strange of late. Used to be deer there, and plentiful hunting. Now something's driven all the deer away. Nothing but ferocious beasts and stranger things for miles around the grove. Wait. Didn't Elgin say he was hunting deer when Ember was attacked? Unless he was hunting deer that were uncomfortably strange and fierce, I think the man has some explaining to do. What brings you to Port Last? I'm fresh from Duskwood Grove. Took a wound from a direboar, and the beast gave chase. Otherwise, I'd not have stopped in town. Alright, well, farewell. Many pardons, but I have a lot on my mind.
I see. Is something wrong?
My partner, Bradbury, he's 2 days late for our meeting. He is a northerner and a fool, but he is good with pick and wedge and has brought much silver to my house. I was planning on taking him to Amon with me, but heard tell of valuable ore in Duskwood.
You two are miners?
I am an artisan and a master trader. Strength can mine and quarry, but its wit is needed for fully utilize it.
Aye, it's something humans have never Understood. But at least you're making an effort. Something more than most humans don't bother to do.
Almost admirable. As a dwarf wanting to become a monk.
When one sees soot on an anvil, one calls it soot, not silver dust. If the name fits, that's the name you use. Besides, she's from you know how they are.
Each is entitled to their own opinion, even dwarves. What does Bradbury look like?
He is hard to miss. His hair is bright orange, like flame blooms in the desert.
If you happen to see him, just tell him I'm still waiting. Alright, well, we'll have to see what we can do with that. Helga, let's talk about Ember.
Sure, alright. What do you want to know?
Did you happen to see who led the attack on Ember?
Regretfully, I didn't. Otherwise, he'd have been my first cut down.
I see. And you said you were hunting deer in the Duskwood. I hear that there's no deer to be found there at all lately. I saw plenty. I don't know what she's talking about. Look, you obviously know I wasn't there.
Well, what do you want from me?
I see, and why did you say you were there?
Free ale and the attention of women, of course. You think someone like me could get that otherwise?
Tell me what actually happened.
I had heard there was a dryad in the Duskwood, so I figured well, you know how dryads are. With men, I mean.
Oh, God, how predictable. What does he mean? I think dryad legends do more to get men lost in the woods than dryads themselves. What are you all talking about? You're making no sense. He went in there to try and sneak some kisses, Governor. Oh, I see.
I didn't get too far in before the wolves chased me away, so I decided to stop in Ember for a while. Then I saw smoke from Ember, so I didn't dare head that way. By the time I got back to Port Lost, people were already talking about the massacre. No one around here seemed to know what really happened, so I figured I might as well embellish my involvement. No one getting hurt, right?
Lives serve no one. Someone may be harmed by the tales you're telling.
Oh, please. All the harm's already been done.
Everyone thinks that you're a witness. Ember's attackers hear about you.
Oh no, I didn't even consider that. Oh, everyone, I have an announcement.
That should keep his mouth closed. We didn't need him spreading any more of those wild tales before the trial. We're done. Let's move on. We'll need to drop our good friend Bishop off sometime. So we have Duskwood and Ember.
By the gods, these villagers, they're cut down like dogs. Look at the people. None of them have weapons in their hands. There wasn't even a fight.
There was no battle here, only slaughter. It's sufficient. Whoever did this, they took care to secure the premises first, then moved in. Look, you can tell from the position of the corpses. Wouldn't put it past Luskin. They usually don't bother trying to place blame elsewhere, so they may have made mistakes.
I was just traveling through here last season. There was a quartermaster's house. And Elaine's home. By the gods, who could have done this? The villagers, none of them were soldiers. It would have been a massacre. My dear, it was a massacre. Let us see what we can find. Hold a moment. I heard something moving in the well. I heard it too. It could be a survivor or one of the murderers. I say we find out. I agree. I have a feeling I know who it might be. Let us climb down the rope. Marcus! I knew I'd see you again. You're finally here. Are you all right? I'm hungry, but I'm okay. Tell me everything you saw, please. Men came. When I saw them, I knew they were the ones who would kill everyone. There was no place for me to hide except the well. I watched them kill all the people. I didn't want to, but it felt important for me to see what happened so I could tell you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Who did this? There were 12 of them, I think. They had dark armor, and one of them looked like you. I knew he wasn't, though. And how did you know that? When I really focused on him, he started to look different. I saw a man who was big and mean and looked like an ogre, but bald. That testimony could prove useful. We should take him with us back to Neverwinter when we're done here. You've been down here all this time? Yes, I knew you would be coming here, so I waited. I see. And what would you like to do now? I've been to Port Last before. I can make it there on my own. Alright, but be careful. I'll wait for you at the Alliance Arm Inn. Falgor always has some extra food and place at his hearth. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your knife you gave me. I hope it helped me survive down here, but I won't be needing it anymore.
About time I got it back.
Bye.
Not bad dagger, Bishop. Where does this go?
Fall in behind me here.
Look! Look out! A gnome! Wake up! Wake up! Stay back, or we kill you!
I don't mean you any harm.
Other intruders say the same thing. Then he attack us.
See, who was this other intruder? I think he may be one we're seeking.
He was a human, very fast, with sharp weapon. He kills some of my tribe, but we kill him too. Gleek take his stuff, his skull for trophy, stick shiny stones where eyes used to be.
We should find out more about this intruder. He could have been one of the ones who attacked Ember. Will you let me speak with Gleek?
Why? Intruder was your friend?
Actually, I believe he may have been my enemy.
You wait here. We see if Gleck want talk you. Gleck say you can come inside. He not think you friend with other intruder. But that not mean we trust you. We watch you close.
Faerûn.
I mean, we could just clear it out.
Ulip tells me you wish to know about the intruder who came to our caves.
Indeed, I believe he could be responsible for the crimes that were committed, which I am being blamed for.
He was most vicious warrior. We would have been slaughtered were it not for our magic.
But you have magic.
Even the weakest of my tribe knows simple spell. A gift from our sacred glowstone.
This glowstone, what is it?
As I said, it is sacred artifact of my tribe. We discovered it in these caverns shortly after we fled here.
You fled here? Who are you running from?
Our old tribe. We were prospering, yet the chieftain insisted on making war against other tribes.
No surprise there.
I proposed that we live in peacefully. Our chieftain disagree. So I gathered followers I could and deserted with my tribe. Naturally, my former tribe attempted to hunt us down. It was futile to stand and fight, so we ran. Eventually we found this place, and we've been here ever since.
About the intruder, where is his body now?
In ashes. Little of him remains. I kept his skull, his weapons, and his ring for myself.
It's a shame there's no body, but the ring might prove useful. I need that ring. May I have it?
My tribe earned this treasure with our blood. If you desire it, you must do the same.
And what would you have me do?
We share these caverns with a number of giant spiders. They too possess magic, and as formidable foes. They have recently built a nest in one of the adjacent caves, too close to us by far. Destroy them. The ring is yours.
Very well.
Follow this tunnel to the edge of our domain. You will find spiders in the caves beyond.
Neutral. Trying to make sure we don't miss any ore either.
Ow!
Oh my word, why? It is the glowstone. I lost. My, it sure has made a nice little home for itself.
And the things it has done, my word, I'm so proud of it.
Hey, why you here? You turn around, go away.
Oh, come now. We're just visiting. It's been so long since I've held it in my arm. Looks like the goblin's got some magic talent, but he's outmatched. Be careful. We don't know what powers the stone may have given this one. Oh, please, Sand. He barely looks as powerful as you, which means he won't last more than 3 heartbeats if he tries anything. Throw caution to the wind, if you will, but I think patience here would be wise. Cora, hold on. I do want to speak with him first. Good. Let us see what we're dealing with first. And dealing with this without blood loss is high on my list of priorities. If we hold back now, we might as well just give him a dagger and cut our throat. Oh, look how bright this stone is! So shiny and bright!
This is Glowstone Cave. Only goblins out here to visit stone.
Wouldn't the stone be safer with your tribe instead of all the way out here?
Why you ask dumb question? Sacred glowstone lie where sacred pool. Always been that way.
And what's so special about this stone?
It give us power and make us strong. Strong enough to fight enemies like Spider.
My, they sure want to keep the stone. Wonder why? If it gives them power, they'd be defenseless against the spiders without it. Serves them right. If we take this stone, we'd be leaving them at the mercy of the spiders. It is little wonder why they valued it so much.
I'm looking for the giant spider.
Wrong cave. Go back way you came. Take other tunnel. Keep going till stuck in web. He. Farewell.
A remarkable stone glows brilliantly and eliminates an unmistakable magical energy. So the stone does searing light 3 times a day. Not sure if we should leave them with it or not, but for now we will deal with the spiders and see what can be done.